Блять, опять миллион поездок. Дым, дым. Приветствую, Лина, здоров. Не понял. Для вас. А, у меня меча в руках нет. Нихуя себе. Как так вышло? Все, все вмерли. Вроде бы все. Что нового? Да ничего. Проснулся, втопил кофея. Вернее, сварил. Сейчас втапливать буду по-тихому. Решил все-таки допройти Kingdom Come. Долго думал. Забить, не забить, забить, не забить. Не хочу забивать, потому что потом вспомню такой, бля. И все по новой. Надо уже добить кое-как. Просто хотя бы сюжетку. Допройти и все. Просто, увы, разнообразие геймплея, ну, никакое. Игра визуально очень приятная. По большей части мне особо делать-то и нечего. Я уже даже типа 500 раз пожалел, что стартнул на хардкор моде, потому что, ну, он не столько добавляет хардкора, сколько душнины. Вот у меня квест: пиздуй в другой город полкарты, потом пиздуй обратно. Скажи челу, что ты пропиздюлял полкарты, отнес письмо и получи пару грошей. Все. То есть ты просто туда-сюда, туда-сюда мотаешься по миру и все. Самый главный интерес игры — файты. Вот такие вот всякие стычки. Но это я скипну, по большей части мне он не нужен. Все вот эти файты, какие-то приключения, скажем так, ивенты на дорогах, они по большей части, ну, чисто заработать денег. Но у меня и так уже достаточно денег. Ну, пока что хочу пройти фулл сюжетку, а там посмотрим, типа. Если сюжет окажется нищим, то, может, продолжать не стану. Просто вот есть DLS прикольные. Хотелось бы посмотреть, там есть DLS, где ты, по-моему, будешь играть за женского перса. Непонятно в плане сюжета, как это реализовано. Потому что, ну, в то время вроде как тян к мечу не допускали ни при каких условиях. А игра как бы в первую очередь про меч. Так, это что за лаги? Разбойник? Здорово. Блядь, а что тут разбойники делают? Это. Ой, точно, у меня же есть лук. Да, во время, блядь, натяжения стрелы нельзя управлять лошадью. Ну, я не могу ее повернуть. Ау. Он меня типа ударил. Просто, типа, было бы прикольно, если бы в игре были какие-то... Ну, типа, был собственный дом. Можно было бы, не знаю, там заниматься каким-то лясодоводством для алхимии. Алхимия, конечно, прикольно сделана. Немножко душно, но прикольно. Нету, блядь, понятия рыбалки. Плавать персонаж не умеет. Все, что тут есть, как бы, ну... Пусты. И то, как я уже сказал, большая часть из них душные в том плане, что они... Так. Большинство из них, типа, просто заставляют тебя туда-сюда бегать и ничего не делать. Так, сильный размах не нужно. Это щит. Хряк нет. Раскалыватель черепов прикольная штука, но мул... Ну, уже нет смысла качать мула. Как бы я особо не занимаюсь, блядь, собиранием миллиона лута для продажи. Качаем раскалыватель черепов. Дополнительный шанс на оглушение. Только мне почему-то кажется, это должно работать с дробяшкой. Так. Вот по трассеру я ему в голову попал. Давай. Молодой. Нихуя себе. Он шарит. А так? Не шарит. Ну, погоди. Ты же еще живой, да? Блин. Кровотечение сдох. Еще они? Ладно, давай так добьем. Просто с них, вот по сути, вот ты вот так вот встречаешь челов, запинал, забрал лут, пошел продал. Стелс тут, ну, такой себе. Прикольный, конечно, но такой себе. Стрельба с лука, ну, это, конечно, не на уровне шутки.
Who's there? Hey, who's there? What have we got? You'll get what for. What's up? Shit yourself?
Где конь? Конь! Ты чё? Ты падла, блядь. Where my horse?
You can do?
Ты, успокойся ты, блядь. Пизда. Давай, коняра, блядь, поскакали. 1 в 3 драться я не намерен. Так, можно они от меня уже отстанут? Отлично. Не понял. Серьезно, у меня перевязок нет? Как случилось, блядь? Едичи. Минус 1. Минус 2. А тут пока бежал просто со стрелой сдох. Блядь, ну ебать у него панцирь, конечно. Панский охотничий тесак. Урон говна, конечно же. Сапоги дворянина. Нихуя себе разодетый. Это вообще ты кто такой, блядь? Кольцо с печаткой. Я раз такое вижу. Видим. И стрелы мне верни мои. Все на лошадь. О, а вот и повязочки. Были же. Так, я их пропустил. Странный лагерь. У меня все квесты на лагеря разбойников завершены. Мне кажется, это сюжетный лагерь. А умирать он не собирается, да, я так понимаю?
me alone, please.
You're not getting off.
So be it.
Чеши отсюда. О, да, лут. Конечно, лут говна. Но тем не менее.
Yeah. Yeah. Want to now?
Где там этот лагерь? Великовато, по-моему. Какого хрена он рядом с Таунбергом?
God be with you, Henry. Congratulations on winning the tournament. I'm proud of you.
Это ДЛС-ка насчет опасности на дорогах.
May I be of service, my lord?
Yes, Henry. Chief Engineer Pfeiffer has been asking for someone reliable to assist him.
The chief engineer. Is it about scallops?
In a manner of speaking. Master Pfeiffer has, well, evil forebodings. I think he may want to send you to the Skalitz mines.
Can they really be restored?
Everything can be rebuilt with enough will and resources. Well, everything except a man. You'll get the details from Chief Engineer Pfeiffer. For the time being, consider yourself his handyman.
Certainly. Where do I find him? Is he here in the castle?
Where? Now that's a good question. He ought to be somewhere at Herkstein unless he's gone off to deal with some problem or other. Look around. You're bound to run into him.
Well, thank you. I'll go and see him straight away.
Good luck, Hal. God be with you. The Lord be praised. What?
Sir, can I ask you about something?
Of course, Henry.
Well, I thought since we chased the bandits out of Pribyslavitz, the roads would be safer.
Ah, criticizing your liege lord, are you? And what, in your opinion, should he do about it?
Oh no, I don't mean anything by it. Just that it surprises me.
Easy, lad. I'm only pulling your leg. You're quite right. The roads really aren't safe. Mostly due to one thing. My garrison is a shamble these days. I lost most of my men in Skalitz, and what I'm left with after Pribyslavitz is hardly enough even to guard Pigstein. Let alone guarding the roads and patrolling the rest of the province. I simply don't have the men.
Uh-huh. I understand.
That is, I didn't have the men. As it happens, you've come at just the right time. Recently, I asked an old acquaintance for help. Sir Kuno of Rickwald and his mercenary band. The men who ride with him are a rough lot, mostly former convicts, but they're as capable as any squad of soldiers.
Excuse me for being so bold, but there's plenty of mercenaries around. Surely you can find a more respectable band?
You have a point, lad, but I'd like to tell you I talked to Kuno because I trust him. But actually my reasons are of a more pragmatic nature. You see, Kuno owes me a favor, so he'll serve me free of charge.
So, you want me to join them?
Yes, but that's not all. I told Kuno I'd send him a guide, but really what I need is for someone to keep a close eye on him and his men. Someone reliable. And I'd say you fit the part. Go and report to him.
Нихуя ДЛС-ка, которая предлагает присоединиться к банде, которая будет пиздить другие банды на дорогах.
Who is this Sir Kuno of Rickwald?
He's the last baron of the House of Rickwald, which became impoverished. So he took to the mercenary trade, like many poor noblemen do, unless they become robbers, which often isn't all that different. He's certainly an entertaining companion, but as a mercenary, well, let's just say he has his own particular approach to certain matters.
That sounds a little worrying.
Oh, it's nothing too bad. Just that now and again he needs reminding not to step over the line.
How is he indebted to you?
I did him quite a big service, actually. I saved him from the hangman.
Oh, that sounds like quite a story. How did it happen?
You should ask him. You'll be spending quite a while riding together, so it'll help pass the time. But one thing I can tell you, he seems to have taken inspiration from me. A lot of his men had their own encounters with the executioner too.
All right.
Excellent. He set up camp between Ratai and Ledechko. It's a good base for covering the Good luck, Henry.
I will, sir.
May the Lord watch over you.
I've returned from Merhoyed, sir.
How does it look there?
I brought them help from the monastery. Brother Nicodemus and Johanka from Skalitz. Fortunately, Nicodemus was able to cure the disease. Well, at least what he's doing looks promising so far.
Thank Christ. Some good news for a change. What about the captive? Did you question him?
He was infected too.
I see. Did he survive?
Fortunately, he survived and I had a chance to question him.
What did you find out?
He was transporting the false coins to Pribyslavitz. He got them from some merchant called Menhart.
I don't know him.
Neither do I. But I know where the money's handed over. It's not far from Rovna, and this Menhart should be waiting there about now.
Excellent, Henry. We mustn't let this opportunity slip through our fingers. You go there and put pressure on this Menhart to tell us what he knows. Don't go yet. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Good luck to you.
Кат-сцена.
You haven't disappointed me. Nothing against Bernard, Robert, or any of those others. But none of them could find out as much as you. At least not without beatings and torture. And that doesn't always work. You're a godsend, lad.
Thank you, sir.
Now go and find out who's behind everything, and then we'll deal with them.
Yes, sir. Sir,
What is it?
sometimes I ask myself what it all means. Why does God allow such things to happen? All this slaughter and revenge. over and over?
It's a hard question. I'm no theologian. But long ago I came to the conclusion that the only thing that makes sense is that it's all a trial. Life is one long series of problems to solve. The more you solve, the better a man you become.
I never thought about it that way.
Well, just look at the pampered ones who have no concerns in life, like young Lord Capon, for instance. I shudder to think how he will rule when his time comes. Tribulations spawn in life over and over again. We must stand our ground and face them. So, I go to Sasso and solve this one.
You can rely on me, sir.
Good luck, son.
Интересно, сколько близок я к концу на самой сюжетке.
Watch what you're doing! There's people walking here!
Yeah.
Просто, по сути, насколько мне известно, в сюжетке мы полностью не избавимся от того чухана, который плетет заговоры и всю эту хуету. Но как минимум по сюжетке я должен в конце, типа, главным боссом и главный файт будет, типа, файт с этим, с челом, который отца зарубил главного героя в начале.
Yeah.
Вот мне интересен файт с ним, насколько, блядь, он будет сложным. Потому что он должен быть сложным. Ибо там чел такой, это, обывалый.
Good God, what a bloody mess.
Так, ладно, тут вроде бы файта никакого быть не должно.
Charcoal burners. Someone must have seen or heard something. Good day to you. What do you need? What happened at the crossroads?
What?
Listen, there's corpses lying on the road out there, a ransacked wagon, and a trail that leads right here. Now, you seem to be honest and friendly folk, not marauding cutthroats. So I prefer to believe you don't have anything to do with it.
But
if you don't start helping me, I might change my mind.
I don't know nothing and I haven't seen nothing. If you want to know something about it, just ask Boyar. I don't want nothing to do
Подводные
with it.
страдания. Да, это... Чего? Кокос, здорово. А чё, типа, не изменилось? А, я не нажал кнопку сохранить, когда изменил название на Трово, понятно.
Who is this Boyar?
Boyar cracks the whip
Здорово,
around
Ста.
here. You'll recognize him by his red cap.
Thank you.
Найти какого-то Борю, блядь, с красной шапкой. Ебать, вот это квестик, конечно.
Take care now.
Ну, давай посмотрим, кто такой этот ваш Боря, блядь. Спит, что ли, козел? Нет. Боря, ёб твою мать, ты где? Не удивлюсь, если он тоже откис.
Another clue. I must be going the right way. Someone was wounded here. It looks like another person dragged him off. Maybe there'll be some tracks.
Страшно сдохло.
This is valuable. They must have been in a hurry or they'd never have left. This one won't be going anywhere anytime soon.
Главное, страшно их обобрали. Сундук скрыть не смогли. Говорят, найти бурю, блядь, но там нет никого, там только один чел. Что за наебалово? Или он где-то там дальше? Или туда дальше это как раз таки основной квест, а о него поговорить с Борей, да, там в лесу где-то объебываются. А, там типа еще один лагерь. Понял. Блядь, барямбус. А ну, открывай дверь. Вот он, блядь.
Oh, shit. Son off.
Отдыхает он тут. Ну, сука. Ну, хотя ладно, время-то ночь. Надо тоже прикорнуть. Че, как всегда, прокнет перк. Мы проснемся день в ебенях. Скорее всего, так и будет, потому что если перк не прокает, то нас, скорее всего, разбудили бы здесь. Сказали, типа, ты чё спишь тут? Не твоя кровать. А нет, нормально все. Да, блядь.
I feel quite hungry.
Ты чё еще дверь сошла? Козел.
God be with you.
What do you know about the wagon that's been ambushed at the crossroads?
I haven't a clue what you're talking about.
Really?
Yes. Is that a problem?
Do you have any idea whose wagon it was?
I don't know. And I don't care.
Well, I'll tell you. I'm sure you've heard of the gang that burned down Neuhof
Possibly.
and poisoned the well in Merhoyed. They're the kind of men you don't want to get on the wrong side of.
I didn't get on the wrong side of them, though. Did I? The opposite. Actually, we helped them out. And I didn't even know who they were.
What happened?
Let's just get this straight. We didn't ambush anyone.
And what were you doing at the crossroads then?
We were just passing, and we saw the wagon. So we took the sacks.
Just the sacks? What about the trail of bloodstains leading to the camp?
I was just getting to that. We also found one wounded man. What am I saying, wounded? The fellow was hacked like a martyr in some holy picture. He begged us to hide him away.
So you have him here somewhere? Is he still alive?
The fellow has quite a will to live. I'll give him that.
Do you know who ambushed that wagon?
Not a clue. We came a long way after.
Did he tell you anything?
He wasn't exactly talkative. His lungs are full of holes, so talking's a problem.
Where is he?
We've locked him away in the shed. There.
I want to talk to him.
I don't know.
I don't mean to hurt him.
So be it. Here.
Thanks.
Good luck to you.
Мне кажется, ли я сейчас приду в сарай, и меня там, блядь, накуканят. Но для начала надо... Угу. Мешков тут нет у него. Пожракать бы чего.
Who are you?
Never mind that. I've come to help you.
Thank God. I thought I'd breathe my last here. Lucky for me, my guardian angel comes bursting through the door.
I'm no angel, so you'll have to answer a few questions before you get my help.
Ah, well. I knew it wouldn't be that easy.
Can I see your wound?
Are you a quack?
Sort of. That's a deep wound to the flank and you're still losing blood. You need to staunch it.
Will you help me?
I can try. Who is it you work for? Who did the wagon belong to?
To Menhart. He's some kind of merchant who hired me for protection. But that's all I know.
And where's this Menhart disappeared off to?
No idea. I blacked out after the attack. Only came to my senses once I got here. I don't even know where here is.
Who ambushed that wagon?
A knight. He's been following us for a while.
And where did he go?
I don't know. I got a beating, and then I passed
Рыцарь?
out.
Напал на них? Что?
Do you know what you were carrying in that wagon?
I never asked Menhart that.
Tell me more about the night.
Катсцена? Не ожидал, что тут будет катсцена. А,
Where's the coin?
What? What coin?
I will not repeat the question.
I don't know about any coin. I
Ah! Where are those sacks you took from the wagon?
Sacks! They're behind the shed.
That's him. That's got to be that knight.
Is that all? Did you take anything else?
не кажется ли это сотник?
Fuck! Stop! Stop right there!
А, погоди, это тот самый лысый черт. Походу, это последний квест сюжетный. Конябус? Погнали, бать. На голодный желудок, блядь, в погоню за уёбком. А ну, стоять, падаль. Мой конь, блядь, мастер. Слышь? А чё, блядь, лука в руках не существует, что ли? Или лук это шутка? А, я походу должен в любом случае догонять его до определенной точки. Он будет ускоряться, как только я буду его догонять, да? Я не смогу в него выстрелить сейчас. Он еще какую-то хуй не захотел поворачивать. Да езжай ты, конь. Блять, мне кажется ли коняра типа медленнее стал? Чисто по приколу. Так, вот сейчас поворот. Куда ты? Ага, блядь. Все нахуй, попався. Ну шо, падла? Да куда ты, блядь, пошел? Шор! Блядь. Я ж коня твоего зарублю, ублюдок. А ну давай драться. А не, это не тот же. Или тот же чел. А чё, где меч? Ладно, давай я тебя тупо за... А, вот и меч достал, да? Я ж тебя заколю, блядь. Погоди. Во, наискосочек колющий. А? Опа, блядь, поехали. Чоп. Ага, не работает. Ну, нихуя себе ты, блядь. И это разогнался. Серьезно? Я должен был провести камбу с анблокабл атакой? А вместо этого... Ладно, я знаю, как его... Опа, опа. А, блядь, не ожидал, да? Ладно. Получилось с одной и той же... Бля, он заебался своим парированием. Ты чё, чертильник? Давай, блядь, в клинч. Так, тихо. Садись, пошел. Как же ты заебал? Хуя себе, блядь. Он заебал. Он не дает камбу провести. И клинч даже не дает выиграть. А, блядь. А почему не работает? Ты заебал отклоняться. Эу, эу. Почему он тупо отходит? Я не могу, блядь, сделать ему камбу. И чё это такое? Почему не работает? Короткий меч, охотничий меч, сабля. Что я таскаю? Жало. Короткий, блядь, меч. Наискосочек. Снизу. Колющий. Не работает. А? Куда ты, блядь, разогнался, молодой? Ау. Куда ты, блядь? Опа. Стамина кончилась, что ли? На Перри, блядь, все равно хватает. А, я, кажется, понял. Нет, не понял. Сила 8. А здесь нужно? А, ловкости хватает все равно. Ладно. Можно в защите еще что-нибудь вкачать. Крепкая рука. Нет. Ладно, пойдем великую тактику клинча. На въебало. Давай поговорим.
Who is that guy? It seems I have finally met my match.
I want to know everything. Who you are, why you're here, and what you know about the ambushed wagon.
You may call me Ulrich. I will tell you nothing more until you give me some assurances.
Assurances? How about this? If you talk, I'll spare you.
Do you expect me to believe that? I know full well how these stories end. I have been at the other end of the sword more times than you can count.
I give you my word.
Не, это
The
другой
word
чувак.
of a thief, Jesus. It is true what the preachers say. This world has gone quite mad. You had better kill me. I'm finished, anyway. Just as you are.
Why do you think I'm finished?
He who lives by the sword dies by the sword. Once you take a weapon in your hand, your days are numbered. It is the same for every one of us.
Not everyone.
Every last one. Knight, mercenary, or footpad. There are men who die peacefully in bed, their wives and children at their sides. But not you or I. You will end your life in a ditch with your belly ripped.
Unlike you, I'm not a criminal.
You believe that the forging of money is an honest trade?
I've got nothing to do with that. I'm not a forger, I'm the one investigating them.
What? What are you saying?
I'm in the service of Sir Radzig Kobyla, Governor of Skalitz and Royal Hetman.
Then we have something in common. I also am here under orders from above.
From who?
Perhaps you might sheath that weapon, so that we may talk eye to eye, if we do indeed have a common cause.
Stand up.
It is true our meeting has not begun well, but if it is the truth that you are sent by Kobyla, then we can assist each other.
What do you mean?
I found out many things, but there are still questions I cannot answer. And the last man who knew anything is now dead.
What man was that?
Meinhard, the merchant from Passau. Listen, I will explain everything to you, but first, I need you to do something for me.
Oh, really?
You will introduce me to a certain person, and I will tell you everything I've learned.
Who do you mean?
Master Tobias Pfeiffer. If you truly serve Sir Radzig, then you must know him.
I think I know who you mean. What do you want him for?
I have here a written confession which tells how those forgeries are made, but I do not understand such technical matters. Master Pfeiffer, however...
We'll definitely be able to make sense of it. And you'll give it to me, just like that?
It seems I have little choice. This is the last lead I have. In the meantime, I will return to Sassau and see what I might learn there.
What's your name, anyway?
I told you. I am Ulrich.
Just Ulrich?
It is enough.
Because you look like a knight. They seldom have just one name.
It is true. I have a horse, armor, a sword, and a shield. But there are many ways to acquire such things these days. As I am sure you know.
So you're not a knight?
I am a trustworthy soldier in the service of a nobleman. That is all you need to know.
All right then, Ulrich. Let's leave it at... Who are you working for?
I understand why you wish to know.
That sounds a bit fishy.
It is simply that my master does not wish to be revealed. And if we...
Tell me what you know about the...
Do you know Passau?
No, what is it?
A city in Bavaria. Passau is a city of trade. All the currencies in...
I see. And that...
Some months ago, counterfeit groschen were discovered to be circulating there. They are made from copper plated with silver. The Passau alderman began to investigate and learned that a family of money changers was involved. They were bringing the forged coins. My liege lord is allied to the Passau alderman, so they requested...
And so he sent you?
Yes. He needed a man that...
And what about that wagon?
I followed Meinhard from Passau. I had reason to suspect...
What do you mean about the connection with Sasa?
The matter was investigated in Passau, and the executioner extracted information...
What, in the monastery itself?
I cannot say. I know only what the Passau...
Why did you let them get...
I wanted to discover where they hand over their coins, which I failed to do. Besides, Meinhard had an armed escort until he came to this god-forsaken trek. I cannot guess why he came.
What happened on that?
I ambushed them. I took down 2, but that bastard Meinhard cut the horses loose.
What next?
While I was chasing Manhunt, those charcoal burners came and stole what they could. Before I could catch him, his...
So we won't get anything out of him.
Unfortunately...
Как-то это все гига странно. С одной стороны, этот чел не похож на разбойника, а с другой стороны, во время файта он пиздел какие-то странные слова на непонятном языке. И вот это вот, ну, немножко настораживает.
So they were transporting false groschen on that wagon?
Yes. On their way here, they brought real coin. Groschen, forints...
Shouldn't you go with me to...
No. I must remain in...
Very well. I'll go and see Master
А
Fayfar.
Фейфар
That's
это
good.
этот
I
тот
will
чел,
wait in
который
Sasser
должен был
with the
восстанавливать
Deliverance.
скалицу, как я понял, по ДЛСному квесту. Меч барона-разбойника. Ау, блядь. И тяжелый щит. Интересно, что это за меч? Короткий меч. 45 колющий, 50 режущий. Ну, у меня, блядь, 79 колющий, 47 режущий. А чё, какая параша? Ну, хотя ловкость 9. В то же время. Ладно.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Мне кажется, этот чел, ну, какой-то гига странный. Попахивает наебалово. Просто мне кажется, зря я в него вообще стрелял. Ну, в том плане, что... Мне кажется, надо было за ним гнаться до момента, пока не начнется кат-сцена. Потому что она должна быть. Ну, не будет же такого, что я за ним гонюсь прям, блядь, в упор. Но при этом ничего не происходит. Ну, или он там убежит, я не знаю, квест будет провален. То есть должна была быть где-то кат-сцена. А тут я смотрю, что-то немножко отстроили. Надо поболтать с челом. Ну как отстроили, типа. Вроде что-то растет. Нет, ты ему священника пригнал. И будет диалог. Нет, конечно. Блять, еды найти? Какой? Почему ни хера тут нет?
Yeah.
Ладно, типа сюжет.
Yeah.
Да, понял, ну, блядь, ну прыгни, пожалуйста. А почему он вторую, блядь, подряд не может припрыгнуть? Хотя я прыгаю достаточно. Разбегом, скажем так, дистанции. Тихо, блядь. Не разъебаться бы.
Are you looking for me?
I'm glad to see. Alright.
А, их ничего не получится, да? Стоп. У него же в доме должен быть котелок. Пожарим. И что, это все, что у него было? Блядь, ну, перца жрать хочет. Кормить-то его кто будет? Ну, блядь, так нечестно.
Yeah. I better not go in any further. I might drown.
Ёбушки ебанцы. Ебать, покатились. А во что я въебался? Серьезно? Обед. Я только что проснулся. Зивас, здорово. Или как у тебя читается ник? Ну, блядь, проснулся уже хорошо. А то так в один день-то хуяк и не проснулся, и все, пиздец, как какать. А я вот тут смогу пробежать? Передача нет.
Yeah.
Да, блядь, меня вообще заставляет пиздюх. Так, не понял. Вратая? Ну, ротая так ротая. Ну, ладно. Ой, ебать, у меня тут своя комната. О, нихуя себе. А что, так можно было? Сила 13, ловкость. А у меня сколько сил? 10. Да. Вот этот половицкий лук вообще одеть было бы прикольно. Не отчасти. Там плюс сила нужна, конечно. Показывает плюс квест есть. Здесь должна быть катсцена сейчас, нет? Экран мигнул так странно. А, или он мигает, когда непись должен сквозь меня пройти. Да, ты, блядь, ты чё?
Okay. God be with you, lad. God be with you.
А почему? А. Здоровый, блядь.
God be with you, lad. What can...
Master Fayfar, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes. A certain knight turned up there. Turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
His name is Ulrich. He looked like a knight, but he refused to show his master's colours.
Ulrich, you say? Could be anyone. Can you describe him?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his grey hairs, he seemed pretty tough to me.
Doesn't match anyone I've heard of. But then we don't even know if Ulrich is his real name.
I asked him who his liege was, but he refused to tell me.
We live in such strange times. In days past, knights would vie with each other to see who could extol their liege's name the loudest. And today, they take assumed names, hide their emblems, and sneak around the land like thieves.
I got the impression he was hiding his identity because his master's at odds with Sir Radzig.
That may well be. As a staunch supporter of the king, Sir Radzig has many enemies.
He told me that the fake money was being taken to Passau in exchange for gold coins. Then that real money was being brought back to the Bohemian lands.
That would explain why those fakes bear the Passau countermark.
His master's allied with the Passau alderman, and they told him to sort it all out.
I wonder who could be behind it all.
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau, and some other things he said you'd understand better than him.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau. Interrogation held this day. Put to pen by the quaestor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasso. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. Ah, but this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Kaplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzik and then follow after you.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market Square.
Master Fayfar, Sir Radzik sent me to you.
Did
Ну и
he?
заранее поговорим о
He
другом
must think
квесте.
highly of you.
I do the best I can.
That's good, because this is damned important. Silver's our most valuable asset.
How can I help with these, evil forebodings of yours?
Sir Radzik may make light of it, but a large quantity of silver has been discovered hereabouts, and no one is guarding the Skalitz mines, the most likely source.
You really think someone could be stealing the silver from the mines? I would have thought that would be quite a job, wouldn't it?
It certainly would. Which is why I'd like you to go and check out not only the mine gallery, but also the yard with the smelter and the waterworks. See what kind of state it's all in, and if anything looks suspicious.
Is that the yard next to the...
That's the one. I don't know what state it's in now. There used to be a stock of charcoal and smelted silver there.
A silver store? Could there really be any left?
I doubt it. I'd be surprised.
What about these waterworks? What's there?
A stamping mill and washing troughs. They're on the bend in the river below the castle. You can't miss them. There are big tanks and equipment all around.
You said mine gallery. Just one?
Boy, there's such a maze there that it would take a week to crawl through the place. There's only one gallery I'm interested in, at the foot of the hill by a small fish pond.
Why just that one?
Because I was expecting to find a scene there. All the indications pointed to it. So if anyone is stealing silver, it'll be right there.
Should I be expecting trouble then?
Well, I definitely wouldn't treat the job like a visit to church on Sunday. You could find yourself facing a pack of hungry dogs trailing the army, or a band of brigands.
I see. Well, you and Sir Radzik can rely on me. That's all clear. I'll get...
Goodbye.
Ля свин, ты что тут делаешь? Бля, покажешь там квест? Дверь закрыта. Рядом страшно. Да и хрен с ним.
Yeah.
Ебать. Кого? А чё меня сбило, блядь? А? Шо? Не понял. Блин, надо было на мельнице пойти заштопаться.
Yeah.
Просто чтобы, ну, чисто армора ради. Кстати, у меня полностью сломалось. Че, посмотрим?
Yeah.
Починит меня полностью или нет?
Yeah.
I've got some. I know this is your.
It is indeed. I've got some.
All right, I can have you.
Да, вот. Я не понимаю, почему она одежду на тело, типа накидку, может полностью починить из полностью сломанного. Блять, бесшумные ботинки, сука, никто починить не может. Как так, блять? За что?
Yeah.
С какой стороны это там проехать можно? О.
Yeah.
Вот проезд. Чем это нужно сделать? Узнай, кто в составе работает с медью, узнай, откуда фальшивомонетчики доставали ртуть, поговорите с Ульрихом. Ну, пойду поговорю с Ульрихом. Я думаю, этот козел сейчас что-то мне расскажет. По крайней мере, я на это надеюсь. Ей, загрузка после того, как пожрал. Обожаю эту игру. Где Ульрих? А, он внутри. Понял, понял. Не понял. В втором этаже что ли? Вставай.
So,
Старый.
what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
I consulted him, and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Pfeiffer found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins, and quicksilver for the the other part?
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They said they could not sleep at night because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Užits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
God's blessings. What can I do for you?
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of quicksilver.
Problems? I should say so. For the third time this month they've told me they've none. There's no quicksilver to be had, they said.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
What do you need quicksilver for?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Užits. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt just to imagine it.
Surely such...
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived. And another time that the wagon carried...
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know?
A tanker,
But it
dear.
seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing.
That's all I need to...
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or play a game?
Why not?
Goodbye.
Плюс книжка. Которую, кстати, вряд ли я прочту. Что-то я уже это прям в предвкушении, что я сейчас пройду сюжетку и нахуй удалю игру с кудахтера. Кстати, очень интересный момент. Строили вот эту херню. Тут был типа большой квест на тему того, что там кого-то захуячили. Там какой-то чел строил козни. Ну, его, правда, это тоже запинали. При мне лично, в принципе. А теперь эти же челы барыжат ртутью, чтобы мутить поддельные бабки. Шо ж. Слышь, смотрите.
My respects to you.
Козел полулысый.
I'm looking for some quicksilver. Would you have any on hand?
Talk to my assistant. He deals with...
Fine, thank you.
It was young Zmolla. What? Zmolla's the one responsible for all the thefts and death. He tried to kill me.
Sweet. Gee.
Dead. I killed him in self-defense.
So is that the end of it, do you think?
It looks that way. Leszek was helping him, but he's dead.
God bless. Even so. Farewell.
Почему в диалоге... Ну, это как раз вот про тот квест. С убийством и прочим. Почему в диалоге было сказано, что я знаю, что ты сделал? Слышь, помощник смотрителя.
God save you. What can I do for you?
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
I'm here on behalf of the master fresco painter. He said you...
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to.
Ну, я в обоих случаях выигрываю спор,
I
поэтому...
see. You can't because you don't have any. And you don't have any because you're selling it out the back door, eh?
Suppose I was. I don't see what business it is of yours.
What if I told you I'm the emissary of the royal hetman Radzig Kobyla, and you've got yourself mixed up with a counterfeiting gang?
Counterfeiters? Meaning what?
Somewhere around here is a counterfeiter's workshop. They need the quicksilver to make fake groschen.
Jesus. But I didn't know anything about any counterfeiting.
For your sake, I hope that's true. Now tell me what's been going on.
I swear, I wouldn't normally do anything like that.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon, directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night it was, without a crest, armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota, a scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery. That they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then?
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Very well.
Good luck to you.
Окей. Есть еще какие-то два чела. Один из которых типа рыцарь. Пиздов заслуживающий. Надо поговорить еще насчет кузнеца, который работает с медью. И с инженером поболтать. Пойдем узнаем насчет кузнеца для начала. Не думаю, что тут так много кузнецов. по-моему, всего-то один на целый город. То это не город, это деревня. И вот кузнец. Ну да, вот он один. Хотя вот тут тоже кузня есть.
God be with. About that sort.
Take
care.
Ну ладно, надо поговорить с горожанами. Почему предлагают только обокрасть? Почему нельзя поболтать?
Greetings, good night.
What can you tell me about this?
There's too many of us, I'll tell you that for free. This is only a small town. And then, apart from me,
Заказы для
there's
церкви.
Master Armourer Otter of Ramstein.
Tell me more about Zach.
Don't have much time for him myself. He knows his craft, no question. But he seems to think his son, Vitus, will be a master armourer in Prague one day.
My father was a blacksmith, and I expect he thought much the same about me. That's how fathers are, isn't it?
Of course, any man should be proud of his boy. But Zach makes pride a sin. That's why he's at loggerhead.
Can you tell me something about Master Otter?
Well now, there's a master to look up to. He's worked for the lords of Kunstadt and for the richest townsfolk of Prague.
If you don't mind my asking, what brings him here?
The same as draws all reasonable people. He's enjoying the peace and quiet. Or rather, he used to enjoy some peace. That dispute with Zach must have put a few more wrinkles on his brow.
What are Zach and Master Otter arguing about?
Zach had his boy Vitus trained as an armourer in Kuttenberg, and he wanted to buy out Otter's place for him. Except that Otter's a proud man. How would it have looked? A master armourer giving way to a young whippersnapper who's barely let go of his mother's skirts? And they've been arguing ever since. Well, Zach mostly. He badmouths Otter every chance he gets. He claims that he's only fit for mending pots.
That will be all. Do you ever work with copper here?
No, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Zach from the monastery craftsman.
Ну, как я и говорил, вот человек, который работает с монастырью, тот с монастырем. То, в принципе, и все умеете выкупить. Ну, сука. Черт. А где его искать-то? Есть значки? Нет, конечно. Ебать. Так. Пойдем искать этого Заха. Скорее всего, он как раз на той метке, которую я поставил, потому что это единственное место, которое у меня не разведано. Скорее всего, это как раз таки кузнец. Или нет? Нет, это сапожник. Кстати, бать, ну-ка стоямба. Сапожник. А ну-ка иди сюда. Ты мне должен бутерброд. И новые башмаки.
God save you. See you later.
Он может починить мои бесшумные туфли. Ай ты, блядь. Молодчинка.
Goodbye.
Что я у тебя еще купить могу? Бесшумные темные туфли, у которых видимость и заметность меньше. У этих вообще кожаные сапоги, шум 28. Но мне шум они не добавят, видимость, заметность 10-10. Но я ниже 20, я думаю, сделать вообще никак не выйдет. Три, а эти по единичке дают, да? Ладно, по кайфу. Так. И тогда, собственно, вопрос стал колом. Где искать ублюдка? А. Вот где его искать. Как он же рядом с монастырем. Как раз. Ну, полетели туда. Блять,
It's too deep here.
А. О, ладно, нормально. Где этот черт? А он дальше. Вот он.
I hope I can be of some humble.
What can you tell me about the Sasa?
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest. And then there's Master Otter. He used to have talent, but now he's too old. And
The sword?
I know he's after those, but he's out of luck. He should have bought it while he had the chance. I still have mine on me.
Not even...
Not even for a king.
Do you work any copper here?
Why'd you ask?
I'd want to commission you to make some.
Then you best go elsewhere.
That's not what I heard.
Попався.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmith's copper.
I'm being made a fool of yet again, it seems. Anything else? I still have work to do.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told...
Aha.
Goodbye.
А как тогда вывести его на разговор? С Витусом, что ли, поговорить?
Your father says you don't work.
We don't.
I've heard differently around town. They say your father...
Are you calling me a liar? Or my father? You're asking for it, boy.
You're right. It's nothing to me either way.
Right. So clear off.
I mean, beside the fact I'm here on behalf of the Royal Burgrave Saradze Kobbler, investigating a grievous crime against the crown.
What? What are you talking about?
I'd let you read my Bill of Authority, but I doubt you're educated enough to understand it.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realise. If I'd known, of course I wouldn't. I mean, you understand, don't you?
Stop prattling, for God's sake, and start telling me the truth. What's the story with the copper at your forge?
You're right. We do make copper sheets here at night.
So why all the secrecy about him?
Father forbade me to talk about it. I don't know why. I didn't ask.
Who buys those sheets from you?
I don't know. I've never set eyes on him. Father doesn't like to talk about it.
Your father has some serious explaining to do.
I'm so sorry. If I'd known who you were, I'd never have taken such liberties.
Never mind. You weren't to know who I am. You were just protecting your father's business interests like any good son.
Thank you. Take care.
Ну что, пиздюк, попався?
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What?
Your son put it quite differently.
What's that? What are you blabbering on about?
Don't be angry with him. I didn't give him any choice.
All right. I suppose there's no point lying. We do make copy sheets here, and I wanted to keep it quiet.
Why?
Pays me good money, and the people I do it for. I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of them.
Did they threaten you?
They didn't have to. Just by the look of them, I could say I needed to shut my mouth and do what they wanted.
And did they ever tell you who they were? Do you know where to find them?
I know a little. I'd show some understanding. There's nothing but trouble in it for me. I'll lose the work and be left looking over my shoulder for some thugs to come and burn down my house. Or worse.
If you don't cooperate, you'll be getting a lot worse than that from me.
There's no need for threats. If I tell you everything I know, you can help me with a certain small matter.
So what are we talking about?
I recently tried to buy Master Armourer Otto Rapstein's business for my son Vitus, but that old fool wouldn't listen to reason. He said he couldn't understand his legacy being taken over by a clod like my Vitus. Despite the insult, I doubled...
And what is it you need from me?
I thought I'd show Otto that Vitus isn't such a dolt as he thinks. But for that, I need someone experienced in combat.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad. What's your plan?
Otto's busy making a very pretty suit of armor for the bailiff. So I was thinking, if we...
And how am I supposed to...
Well, I'd reckon we'd arrange a duel of champions with bludgeons. You'll put on Vitus's armor, and Otto...
And what do I get out of it?
What we already agreed. I'll give up dealing in copper...
Предлагает спиздить.
But what if I lose?
Nonsense. How could you? Vitus's armor is like...
Agreed.
Wonderful. Go to Otto first and talk him into it. Then go to the bailiff so he can announce it and get spectators. The more people... Good luck then.
Блять. Ладно. Интересное развитие событий. Почему-то мне кажется, что мы выиграем поединок. Ну, я выиграю, блядь, в любом случае. Я что, ебать, распиздяю, что ли, проиграю? Я по факту распиздяю, но я не проиграю. Я всегда могу загрузиться. Так вот. В конечном итоге кажется, что его сын реально пиздюк, который ни хера не может. И доспехи он сделал говёные, а я вывез чисто на скилле. Так все и будет. Инфосот. Блять. Где это? Чупакабрик старый. А, в соседнем здании.
Salami, sausages, lard of all kinds, and scratching to make your mouth water more than the finest cake.
God save you, good night. What can
Ну,
I do for you?
кстати, этот мастер Отто, по-моему, реально, типа, сейчас делает херню, потому что я когда качал воровство и скрытность, я забирал его доспех, который он сам носил, и он, короче, декоративный, он нихуя не защищает. Ну, типа, ебать,
Master
дорогой.
Armorer, I have a message for you from...
If it's another one of his so-called generous offers,
You can go straight.
No, this is another matter.
What? Me fight with...
That's not how it will be. The real duel will be...
How's that?
It will be a duel with bludgeons. No bloodshed. At most, a few bruises and some dents in the armor. Zack chose me to wear Vitus armor.
And so I'm to choose a champion of my own?
Good. So let's agree...
Hold your horses, young fella. I've got a counter offer.
Maybe I'm just doing it out of love for my neighbour.
Aye, a regular... I could pay you more. And I'd tailor-make a cuirass just for you. What do you say?
You mean if I fight as your champion instead? I'm not sure how...
No. You fight on Zack's side and lose.
That's not very honourable.
And Zack's constant slander and mudslinging are the height of honour, are they?
But what if Zack's right? You're not as young as you used to be, and Vitus has trained with renown.
What? You're as impertinent as that bastard Zack, and he's well... You'll get such a battering, even Brother Nicodemus from the monastery won't know which side of you...
Not until you tell me where and when we should meet.
I don't know. Sort it out with the bailiff. He should come anyway, so I don't get the blame. May the Lord watch over you.
Да. Захотел наебать честных людей, а потом еще и выебываться начал. Ну, короче, все с ним понятно. Хуястер Ота. Ладно, сейчас мы его разъебем.
I'm here on behalf of... Zack? What does that madman want now? Don't tell me. It's another complaint. Well, you can tell Zack if you waste another minute of my time with that...
No, it's not a complaint this time. In fact, Zack came up...
Is that so? Well, that's a different case.
A duel.
Jesus Christ!
Don't worry, Goodman Bailiff. No one will get killed. It will only be a duel with bludgeons. Zack chose me as his champion. I'll be wearing a suit of armor made by his son, Vitus, and I'll fight on...
That sounds like a fine spectacle for the village green. Naturally, I'll have to be present to ensure...
Your presence is certainly expected, Bailiff. We'd like you to referee...
Very well. We'll have it on the marketplace in the front...
That's up to you.
We can announce it right now.
Let's do it.
I'll have it announced around town. You come along at just the right time. It'll be a fine show. Goodbye.
Ну все я. Да будет месиво. Правда, на дубинках мой перс не очень хорош, но, как правило, хуя они там в полных доспехах, блядь, на дубинках, чисто палками, блядь, хуярятся будут. Как вот.
And Master Armorer Otto Rabstein have been for some time at odds. And in so much as it behoves my office as bailiff to settle such disputes and maintain peace and order, I have decided to resolve the blacksmith's quarrel by unconventional
Он
means,
решил, нихуя себе.
whilst affording an entertaining spectacle. In short,
Вообще-то это я
we
решил.
shall let them knock each other's teeth out. However, since it ill befits two respectable tradesmen to maul each other on the market square like a pair of cocks on a dung heap, each of them
Мне кажется, вон
has
того чела
elected
в
a
желтых
champion.
шмотках не просто так показали.
Zack,
Это один из тех челов.
has appointed to fight in his
Возможно,
stead
из-за этого файта он что-то
Henry
спалит.
of Scarlet.
И типа будет какой-то разворот в кусте. Другой.
Rabstein's champion will be...
Только не говори, что это будет Ульрих.
Please, introduce yourself, Sir Knight.
Нет.
Master Otter will fight for Master Otter. I don't need some young pup to take my place.
Нихуя себе.
I remind you that this will be a duel with bludgeons alone.
До первой крови? То есть, типа, первый, кто кровоток нанесет. То ты выиграл, да? Ну я ему сейчас тупо по голове нахуярю.
Come, folks, be sensible for heaven's sake. We don't want any maiming here, or, God forbid, murder. So, if both contestants are ready, let us begin.
Ну чё, ёпта? Отвесим пиздюлей старому. А? Нихуя себе ты. Опа. А дубинки-то резвые. Бом. Бомс. Понькс. Понькс. Кровоток-то пошел. А давай в клинч. И по голове. Что-то у него реально армор вообще откис за секунду.
You kicked that old bastard's ass, Henry. His ears will be ringing for a month. Now everyone will see who knows how to make armor and who's all hot air.
You shouldn't speak so disrespectfully about Master Otter. He fought bravely.
No need to get worked up about it. You've got to savor the victory, haven't you? Anyway, come by the forge later for your reward, all right?
Чё, автоматом обратно шмотки одеть на меня никто не захотел, да? И оружие тоже. Усюка.
About that cop.
I told you everything I've got to say.
I'll be on my way, but I'll be back.
I can't wait.
Чё?
Goodbye.
А? Не понял. Нужно дождаться, когда он в кузницу, что ли, уйдет? Чё это за хуйня? Давай поговорим с Рихтершем. Да не, ладно. Я думал, он вдруг пару слов скажет по поводу файта.
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Right.
So what have you found out so far?
I found out where they get their quicksilver from.
Надо было договориться до конца с этим.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
Not yet.
Maybe it would be worth the time.
I'll go and see.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Someone called Rapata.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man I know who works at the monastery yard, Master Engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something. That's all.
God be with you.
Надо сначала договориться с кузнецом. Но как же долго он прется в свою кузницу.
I'll come for my reward.
Of course. And thanks again, lad.
And will Otter sell you his business?
I don't know, but the way things are looking now...
I'm glad your trade is going well.
Ah, that little matter. Right.
So, out with it. How is it all arranged?
One evening I got a visit from this scruffy beggar calling himself Rapota. He had a yellow cape on and kept whistling to himself. There was a knight with him too, but he didn't keep his name. They told me what I had to do, how much I'd get for it, and I had to keep my mouth shut.
And where can I find this Rapota? Or the knight?
I don't know exactly. But I've always left the wagon with the goods behind the monastery, on the hill there, next to a small chapel under a big tree.
Anything else?
No. I swear that's all I know.
Well, that'll do me for now.
God be with you.
Так, что у нас еще осталось? Проверить граверную мастерскую. Проверить место, где передаются материалы. Пойдем в мастерскую, она ближе. Что я должен тут найти? Я должен взламывать замки. Ну ладно. Я просто должен был с этим челом поговорить, окей.
God save.
How goes the work, master?
Getting there, getting there. You need something, my boy?
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
You've got quite a large workshop, master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone. Which means that either I'm
I see.
He shares the fate of the pharaohs, for today the 5th scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague.
Jesus Christ.
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high, or if it was a judgment on
What's he like, your apprentice?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll.
I don't really know what you mean.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith. In any case, why the interest? Are you looking?
Something like that.
May I ask what?
I have a message for him.
A message? Who would be interested in that wastrel? Other than... About your question, you'll find him at home. No doubt feverishly...
Ah, thank you. Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who accosted him in quite a spectacular rage.
A woman from the baths? What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but...
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bathmaid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly, although one would have thought...
Thank you.
See you later.
Теперь, блядь, еще в бане пиздюхать, болтать с какими-то тянками. Кого ты? Вот она, местная духота. Квестов Cingdome.
My humble greetings.
I hear you're at odds.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault they took my Esther. Poor girl.
Что, блядь, похититель?
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that kind of service, and suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling her.
I'm sorry they took her.
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get the girl back.
I assume that...
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. Every other knave has a turnip for a brain, and if they don't, they're And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What?
Where can I find this Florian? I'd like to ask him a few questions.
He works in the engraver's workshop.
What did the bailiff make?
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine...
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But people here don't think much of us. There's some as reckon my Esther deserves what
It sounds like you were close to Esther.
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan, like a wolf child. God be with you.
Окей. Плюс some information. Ну, пойдем к самому Флориану. Чуть танк, блядь, спасать какую-то.
my hum.
Так,
Goodbye.
это торговка, а это сам пекарь? Нет, это страж лавки. Кого? Ишель Флориан.
God save you, good night.
You look quite sprightly for an invalid.
What? Who the hell are you?
My name's Henry, and I'm making inquiries for Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And what do you want from me?
Straight to the point then. All right. I've been investigating counterfeit money and the trail... Don't bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dice for the counterfeiters. How do you hand them over?
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on me. No evidence.
It's got something to do with that girl, hasn't it?
How do you know?
That doesn't matter.
No, I suppose not. Those bastards kidnapped Esther. If I don't...
Who is Esther?
My girl, of course. That scum...
That doesn't begin to justify what you did.
I don't care. Listen, I'll tell you everything. I promise.
What, so I'm to go searching for her?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me. And what can puny little me do?
Very well. I'll bring back your Esther.
Really?
Yes, but then you have to tell me...
I will. I swear to God...
Where are they keeping?
In the Skalitz Hills. There are some abandoned cottages around the mines. That's where I saw her last.
All right. I'll go there.
You're my saviour.
Don't get your hopes up. Anything.
God be with you.
Лол, погодь. Если я сейчас пойду спасать эту Эстер, которую похитили те самые челы, то, получается, я и найду тех самых челов. Ну да, получается, что так. Это надо, наверное, тогда пойти чек место обмена. Нифига себе, блядь. Ага, блядь. Все. Бля, я увидел, что он в доспехах. Думал, он будет жестким. А он что, не жесткий. Да и доспех на нем говна по факту. Он с топором, с дряхлым щитом. Он долго мне будет писать о том, что я проебал КВС на ставку?
What's that? What's going on there? Hey, there.
Интересно, что все еще лагеря есть, на которых, кстати, нет квестов. Может, они и есть, но как, типа, не как вот просто серия квестов на лагерях. Как нечто другое. Куда вообще ведет это, блядь, буковка А? Ебать, че? Нихуя себе. Далековато будет. Блин, нахуй я вообще по берегу бегу. Подожди, речь шла про какие-то заброшенные дома. Так? Так. Брошенные дома, блядь, кто такие? Там текст, кстати, вылазил. А вот и брошенный дом. Нихуя не понимаю. Где? Походу, что там. Да, вон там пару домов. Два чела. Один спит, один сидит.
What are you doing here? Tired of life, are you?
Да ладно, не успел.
Over here! Come on! Where is everyone? Quick! Two arms! Get over here!
Yeah. Yeah.
You vanished here. You must be here.
Over here! Where is
Yeah.
everyone? Quick!
Yeah.
You must be here. Come here.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
А, так она тут, что ли, была? На. Салам алейкум.
They won't hurt you now.
However did you find me?
Ля.
Florian told me where they took you.
I'm a fool. I thought he was just a dandy, God knows why. And it turns out he's a villain in league with thieves. And a coward too. This whole time he knew where I was.
You're right. If I were him, nothing could have stopped me coming for you.
Exactly. We should probably set off.
I'll go with you. I'd hate to lose you on the way.
Погоди, мне кажется, или к ней подкатить можно? Ладно, хоть фаст-тревелом.
What hole did you crawl out of? You've no business here. Is there something you need?
I am honored that a knight...
I found that Esther of yours.
I know! Back already. How can I ever thank you?
By telling me all about the goings-on with Rapita.
They found me in the tavern one evening, caught me when I went to the ship pile. They started to badger me about working for them.
They?
Yes, Rapita. And a knight they called Sir Jezek.
And then what?
They explained what they wanted from me, and I told them to sod off.
I'm guessing that didn't go down too well.
It wasn't all that bad. They just threw me on the dung heap and left. I thought it was just a drunkard's joke. But then they took Esther.
Where will I find Rapita?
He's usually wherever I am.
What does that mean?
He watches me. Everywhere I go. And when I'm at home, he sits on the bench in the square, watching my house.
So he's there now?
Hard to say. Sometimes I see him in the tavern on the green, buying supplies.
All right. At least I know where to start. And you go to work tomorrow, you hear?
Why?
Because we have to lure him out. And besides, your master will surely be glad to see you.
I have my doubts.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
At first, I took it for a bad joke. And then, when...
I suppose I better go.
Good luck. See you later.
Мне, блядь, показывает вот этот вот квест. Да, я все квесты специально скрыл. Так. Найди рапорту. По сути...
How come you...
I'm looking for an odd...
Remember yet? He's sitting outside at the farthest bench.
Thanks.
God be with you.
God save you, good night.
Are you alive?
That's me.
I have your father's last will and testament on me.
So my old man's kicked.
Not yet, but...
That is certainly interesting to hear. But let me ask you this. Anyway, the old miser won't leave me even a piss pot.
He's disinherited you. But if you return...
Go back home. Not a chance.
People come to see things differently on their deathbed. You might regret that.
By Christ, who are you anyway?
You don't have to go back for good, but you ought to...
To hell with them. But I suppose you're...
My pleasure.
God be with you.
А хату у него тут нельзя, что ли, снять? Пиздец, что за корчма, в которой нельзя снять хату? Блядь. А? Какой дура это придумал?
Yeah, merchant.
Like that to go missing 3 times in a row.
Где я? Вот ты где. Попался.
God's sake.
Can I...
For how long?
Just...
You'll... Take care.
Satisfied?
Так, ну для начала я прочитал эту книгу. Быть может, апнется левел, и я смогу прочитать «Жизнь в корчме 3». Нужен больше уровень навык. Нужен больше уровень навык. И тут такая же херня. И тут такая же херня. Бра. Ладно. It's time to sleep. Да нет, погоди. Это, наверное, надо было спать больше. Хотя нам надо будет сейчас подождать какое-то время, чтобы дебаф спал. На всякий случай. Ой. Ебать, спасибо, папаша. Проснулся в дерьме. Хотя персонаж при этом, ну, почти чистый. Немножко извозякался. Так, ладно. Ждем до 10, потому что вроде как все начинают работать с них часов с 8-9, по-моему. Да, ведь надо, чтобы тот ученик гравировщика пошел на работу, и мы поймали некого рапоту. Хотя бы найти еще где этот гравировщик есть. По-моему, как раз это его и мастерская, не? Вроде как. Что-то гига странно, кстати. Что нет, ну, никаких типа отметок на карте, ничего. Да, мастерская, хорошо, что я так изи нашел. Отлично, этот чел тут. И чего?
Welcome, Henry.
Да-да-да, welcome, welcome. И чего, блядь? Охуительный квест. Просто найти рапоту. Круто. Так, ладно. А? А каким хуем я должен это сделать? Типа я много чего разузнал. Ну, на этом как бы все, блядь. А, вон. Так, ладно. Делаем примерно следующее. Ждем до 5. Надо ждать, когда этот чел закончит работу, когда он пойдет гулять. Тупо идти за ним по пятам. Других вариантов не вижу. Что-то какая-то херня вообще с квестом происходит. Гига странный квест. Дают миллион задач, ты их выполняешь, и как бы нихуя. То есть, а если чел тупо проскипал все диалоги? А если он не запоминает, кто, где, чего, когда, блядь? Как люди должны вообще этот квест проходить? Этот чел до сих пор тут сидит.
Good day, Henry.
Писульки ебашит. Во сколько он заканчивает-то, блядь? Даже надо 9. Бля, он до сих пор.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
О. А я вовремя, получается. Все, давай, чухай. А я с тобой, капитан.
What are you doing, creeping around like a footpad? Everyone has to carry a light at night by law.
You're still up too?
Not enough hours in the day.
Hey, do you want someone to call the guards on you? No one's allowed to walk around here after dark without a light.
It's turned out fine at last. About time, too.
Что-то кузнец сделал. Что мне кажется, что вся вот эта затея со слежкой за вот этим вот челом ни к чему не приведет. Хотя он говорит, что типа этот чел всегда следит за ним. Вот он, что ли? Попался, сука!
Are you Rapiter by any chance?
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that. It'll only take a moment. I know that you spy on Florian. I know you were involved in the kidnapping of the... None. Now tell me where their workshop...
Of course, of course. That...
So?
Let's leave it...
Ты чё, ебло?
I give up!
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. I will. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both gonna have to...
It's in the Skullet's mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill,
Так вот
there's an
зачем они
abandoned
скалец
mine
что
gallery.
разграбили?
Well, it used to be abandoned.
Чтобы
Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
шахту забросили, а они в ней начали хуярить подделки. И, кстати, очень интересно, что туда ведет аж целых 2 квеста. Первый квест по просьбе Рацига, типа, помочь как раз таки инженеру. Он тебя отправляет туда. И сейчас по этому квесту я приду туда. То есть я, по сути, буду делать 2 квеста одновременно.
Who is your lord?
So Yezhek of Ronov. That's what he calls himself, although Ronov Castle's long...
What happened to it?
Ronov used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it pulled down. He knew full well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can confer...
But Vincent had descendants. Ronov only fell to the Margrave because he declared... All because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Prokop. Sir Yezhek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Yezhek got away. Since then, he's become the...
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner.
And how did you come to be serving Sir Yezhek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better Sir Yezhek than the executioner.
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up?
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get Ronov back and take me into...
Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that. You'll be lucky if you don't...
It's all the same anyway now.
So who's Sir Yezhek working for? Don't tell me he just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to know. Sir Yezhek...
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard...
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman, but I don't know...
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death. I prefer you just kill me here and now.
Ah, you're not worth tainting my sword with your blood. Now get lost before...
Так, окей. Еще за 2 метки. Заручись помощью Ульдриха. Либо в Соляного отправиться... Пойду к Ульдриху. Чё бы нет. Сейчас придем в Скалецкий рудник и начнется пизделово. Здорово,
I
старый.
finally found out where the forgers were. Master Fayfar was right. The forgers are sticking close to the supply source. The entrance is on the eastern side. I've no idea what to expect there, but I'd rather...
I will be glad to give it. Lead on.
Можно, пожалуйста, fast travel? Я так не хочу сам туда пиздюхать. Или мы загрузимся уже там. О. По кайф.
The chief ain't here, and all this squatting around on a hill is.
Салам алейкум.
Place at the wrong time.
Молодые
Over
люди.
here! Where is everyone? Quick!
Show what you're made of.
Raise the alarm! Watch out!
Я их тут. Ну-ка, Ульрих. Вперед. Файт. Грызть.
Кунда!
Так. Одного быстренько запинали. А эти чё?
Gone weaker than his, have you?
Fucking Christ!
Да. Прекращай бить, блядь, тогда, когда я бью, сука. На.
Your end is nigh.
Had enough, boy.
Come down. Let's see what you're made of.
О, крендель. Кайф. Так. Пробойник у чела, нихуя себе. А, где еще тела? Мешки все, блядь, бросали. Угу. Пойдем налево. Тупик. Надо было с Ульрихом, наверное, поговорить, да? Пойдем назад. Побалакаем с ним, посмотрим, что он мне скажет. Там разберемся. Так, wait a minute. Телефон звонит. Так, тут. А где Ульрих? Куда делся поездюк? Ты хуй с ним.
What?
Угу.
Jesus Christ. Who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm here at the command of the royal hetman, Sir Radzig Kabila.
And who's he?
That's no concern of yours.
I'm sure we could come to some sort of agreement. I have plenty of coin.
We can come to an agreement that you'll keep your mouth shut. Please, don't take this personally.
Wait!
What? Do you want to do it? Be my guest. It gives me no pleasure.
You can't kill him. I have orders to take him to Rattay.
That is unfortunate. I have orders to kill everyone involved in this business.
You can't do that!
I have no choice, as you are aware.
Теперь мне драться с ним?
Why do you want to kill him? He may have valuable...
For that exact reason. My master does not wish this man to fall into their...
You can tell your lord the man is dead.
But he will. Or do you think you can love this man?
Why not?
Do not be naive, boy. Look around you. This land swarms with... If I let you have him, my own head will be on a spike before the man.
You don't have to go back to the Rosenbergs.
How do you know about the Rosenbergs?
Master Fayfire recognized the writing on your letter of passage.
Just as I said, there is nothing safe from prying eyes in this land. And where would you suggest I go?
Into Sir Radzig's service. He needs people like you.
I serve Kabila. Out of the question. If he learned of all that I did for the Rosenbergs, he would hang me from the nearest tree. But I was wrong about you. You are not so clever as I thought.
Really?
If you were, you would not have told me how you came to know I served the Rosenbergs. You have signed not only...
We'll see about that.
Ну шо, ладно, давай.
You have
Старик.
a chance.
Опа, блядь. Ой, андок. А, в этот раз он дрался старым дедовым мечом. А, так он еще не умер до конца. Файт все еще идет.
Please, please. You can talk all you like, but not here.
А, ну ладно. Надо было просто типа этого чела доставить. Бля, печально, что мне не хватило навыка договориться. С стариканом. Сейчас меня по-любому встретит здесь уебище. Главное, нет? С которым я буду драться. Нет. Блин. Интересно. Я просто как бы это думал, что конец близок.
Good work, Henry. Thank you, Master Fayfire. It wasn't easy, I can tell you.
I'll take some men and have a good look around there.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest and go to Rattay. In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of him.
All right. I'll see you in Rattay then.
Где? Это ж не Ротая. Это Сазава. Ладно, погнали в Ротаю. Поговорим с Рацигом. Узнаем, что там дальше. Да, дадут, блядь, месть свершить. Не понял. Я хочу подраться с тем ублюдком из самого начала игры. Я уверен, что файт с ним будет последним файтом.
Yeah.
Блин.
Yeah.
Угу. А рация где-то там. В башне, блядь? Серьезно?
А.
Блядь, подвиньтесь, ребята, ну еще ее.
А.
There's the man. Good work.
Thank you, sir.
I tell you to take a well-earned rest, but
whatever you command.
Jezek refuses to talk to us. The stubborn bastard.
Me?
Indeed. Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him, but then
I'll try to get something out of him.
He's locked up in the tower.
Very well, sir.
Hey, you! What are you doing? Fuck off before I lose my temper.
What the?
Да нахуй мне ключ, я взломаю. Подожди, а почему говоришь, что он Башня, но... Не понял. Какую именно башню? Блять, башня, кто такой? И как туда попасть? Здесь никак не получится запрыгнуть. Блин. О. Да ёп. Так, тут. О, я залез. Ясно. В какой башне-то, лол, он здесь? Почему пишут, что заперт в башне? Он прям вот на этом месте показывает. Блять. Ладно. Просто пойдем за ключами. Я так понимаю, ключи забрать. Не, это должна быть опционалка, потому что, скорее всего, я бы мог взломать дверь, но...
I need the key to...
So Sir Radzig let him have his way in the end.
Don't take it that way. He probably wants to talk to me because he reckons he can hoodwink me. But that's where he's wrong.
Just try not to mess it up.
Thanks.
Can I ask?
Thank you. Can you teach...
Certainly.
I'd like to...
All right. Now.
I'd like to
Certainly.
I'd like to
All right. Now.
Для сведения боя.
I'd like to...
Certainly.
Ну, мастер у меня, конечно, нет.
Overnight. You have to know almost...
Well.
Ведение боем 11. При условии, что -1. Бой мечом 12. На 15 уровне боя мечом я смогу стать мастером. Нихуя себе. Так, ладно, пойдем искать. Где этот дебил запер? Какой, блядь, башня? Скорее всего, тюрьма у них только одна, и она как бы под этим. Вот под этим местом, как это называется, я помню. Hey! Да подвинься ты, ёпта. О, сюда.
God be with you, Henry. Well, finally, I've had quite a wait.
Why do you want to talk to me, of all people?
You brought me here. You should consider it an honor.
If hanging around in a damp dungeon with a condemned man is your idea of honor...
You're not seeing the bright side. You can be the one who uncovers a conspiracy against the king for your master. You don't get an opportunity like that every day. It did cross my mind, though, that it might be nice to get some assurances for my cooperation. After all, I'm the one the Margrave unjustly declared the scourge of... They even pulled my beautiful castle down. It was the necessity of making a living that forced me to take some liberty.
Do you really want to question the authority of the Margrave?
I've always been loyal to the crown, but what can I do when the Margrave stole my...
That's not why we're here. I don't care about your conflict with the Margrave. It's your crimes against the king I'm worried about. The king you said...
Very well, ask me anything you...
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it. Who are you make...
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. But I don't know who.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago. And they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed...
Old friends?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's messengers and...
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my...
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on...
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the work...
Crimps? You're telling me this Eric is
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some...
Where can I find the
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to...
You said you gave them money. Where...
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't...
This Eric, you reckon he's not the one in charge?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop unannounced. And after what's happened, I doubt he'll be showing it.
This highly placed person at the monastery, what can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the
I see.
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out.
That'll do me for the moment. Why would Sir Radzig want your allegiance? You're a criminal, and that's how you're...
Бля. Не самый удачный выбор диалога. Минус репутация, как правило, это не самый лучший выбор. В целом, в общем. И что теперь? Не надо отчитаться пану Рацигу, да? Вообще надо было сказать, типа, подумаю, и maybe Рацигу взял его на службу, и как бы... Хуй знает. А что мы тут делаем? В чем прикол? А, он там. Опять в башню залез, передурок. Да подвиньте. О.
So what have you learned?
All sorts of things. There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring. And someone highly placed at the...
The monastery? Really?
That's what Yezhek claimed.
So it's worse than I thought. If this is true, we'll have to...
Why? Can't we just go to the mon...
No. If the church is truly involved, I have no authority.
So what will you do?
I'll have to think about it. It won't be an easy nut to crack. I'll have to consult with Hanush. And what of this Eric? Who is he?
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and forming an army.
Damn. So it looks like Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, Sir Jezek is convinced this Eric is only a go-between, and there's someone bigger behind him.
You should return to Sasau and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner than last time.
It might not be as straightforward as that. Sir Jezek didn't know them and has no idea how to find them.
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me there's an armed force amassing here and nobody knows anything. Go to Sasau and try to find them.
I think I know where I could ask. I helped at the infirmary in Sasau, and there was a wounded man there by the name of Thomas, a suspicious type to say the least. He might know something.
Good. I'd rather see you seek... Whatever you do, be careful, Henry. And best not mention what we want is for the crimps to take you for just another village lad they can lure into their...
All right, sir.
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I know of no one else.
As you command, sir.
Ну, раз уж мы не договорились с ежиком, то не договорились. И как бы нехуй. Так, ладно. Дальше я продолжу потом. Сейчас надо пойти покушать. Так что, если тут кто-то есть, спасибо, ребят, за присутствие. Обнял, приподнял. Удачного времени суток. А я пойду немножечко пооткисаю.